Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Jolene by RayLaMontagne. What a beautiful, beautiful song. Requested by Paul on one of my little Instagram transcribing request fests. So thank you for the suggestion, Paul. I wasn't familiar with the song, but man, is it beautiful. Such a great singer. Lovely chord sequence as well. A little bit unusual. I'm going to give you a bit of detail on the very intro and the rhythm pattern there, but most of the way through, it's pretty simple, pretty sparse. I'm just going to take you through and teach you the song with just really, really basic strumming and make sure you got the chords in the right places, because they do change in maybe not where you might expect. And that's kind of one of the beautiful things about the song and the way the melody works with the chords. The very intro, first of all, we have a G chord here, third finger on the third fret of the thicker string, little finger third fret of the thinner string, muting the fifth string. So third fret, mute, open, 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 third. And the other chord we need is putting the first finger down, leaving those two fingers there, I should point out. First finger down the first fret, second string, second finger down, second fret, fourth string. This chord should be called C/G, but really it's just an ornament for the G. Okay, it's a nice one. You can use it in lots of other circumstances as well. So what's going on here? We've got this 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 E and a. That's the first two bars, or the first one bar rather. So it's down, up, down, down. That's where we're putting down that C with a G. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 E and up. Those last two up strums, they're with the second finger off, leaving the first finger down still. 1 E and a 2 and 3 and a 4 E and up. And almost the same thing again, but we put the second finger down. We're starting with the C with the G bass. 1 and a 2 and there we've got the first and second fingers back off again. And then it repeats that same thing for the intro. G, C, C with a G bass, G. Now, the key thing here really is keeping the hand moving, because the feel of it changes a little bit through the tune. It's one of the important things about playing along with the original recording, which I'll do at the end of this lesson as well, so you can see the whole thing in context. But trying to pick up on the slight differences in the feel is really, really important. It's swinging a little bit sometimes, so like da, 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 I'm exaggerating it, but it's doing a little bit of a swing, and sometimes it's a bit straighter, and it's really lovely. And the best way to absorb that kind of thing is via playing along with the original recording, especially something like that intro. It doesn't really matter if you added an extra strum or you missed one out. As long as you keep the hand moving, you keep yourself in time. That's really the key thing that you want to be looking for here. So now let me take you through what's going on with the verse. So I'm just going to strum on the beat each time, and I'm going to call the chords as we go. Okay, and then I'll count 1, 2, 3, or 4 along if there are no chord changes on that particular place. So here we go. From the verse, we got this: G, C, G, 4. 1, 2 to C, 3, 4, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, still on C, 2, 3, 4 on G, staying on G, 1, 2, 3, 4, still on G, 2, 3, 4, moving to the C, staying on C, 2, 3, 4, still on C, 1, 2, and 3, 4 on the G. Okay, so you can see there the chord changes aren't normal. They're normally changing after 2 bars or whatever, and this one's got these kind of quirks to it, which I think makes it really, really special. I like it a lot. One more time through that for you, for the verse, make sure you got that. A really good idea is to write this stuff down, you know, just to get a blank manuscript paper, which you can print off for free off my website. If you go to the blank paper section, print it out, draw some bar lines on, and write down the chord progression. You've got it there. It's a lot easier to learn it, I think, from a chord, you know, having it written down. So that chord progression again for the verse: G, C, G, stay on G, then to C, stay on C, 2, 3, 4, still on C, 2, G, 3, 4, stay on G, 2, 3, 1, 2, and now to C. 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. Still on C, 2 to G. Into the chorus. E minor to G to C, G, D, E minor, G, C, 2, 3, 4, G, C, G, D, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'll take you through that again. There's quite a few chord changes there. Again, if it's written down, it's not particularly difficult. The chorus, E minor for 2 beats, G for 2 beats, C for 2 beats, then G for 1, D for 1, back to E minor for 2, 2, G, then to C, 2, 3, 4, G, C, G, to D, 2, 3, 4. Now there's this little, on beat 4 he introduces an F sharp bass note. You don't have to worry about that too much, but if you want to grab it with your thumb, you can do that. And then it goes officially to C with a G bass. So rather than just a regular C, you move your third finger down to the G, put your little finger where your third finger was. It's kind of a nice traditional way of playing a C chord, but you don't have to. Regular C will sound just fine. C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 to G. You can do a little walk down sometimes there. After that comes a new section. We've got now E minor for 2 beats, G for 2 beats, then C, G with a B bass, okay, just playing the middle 4 strings, nothing on the thickest, 2nd fret open, open 3rd, muting the thinner string, and 2 beats on A minor. So E minor, G, C, G with a B bass, A minor. Then it just repeats that part, and then G, 2, 3, 4, C, G with a B bass, A minor, and then we're at the intro again. Okay, so we've got that kind of extended chorus section, which is kind of, I guess, a really long pre-chorus and a short chorus, or you could think of the whole thing as a chorus. A few different approaches to that. Again, listening to what I'm telling you about how many bars each chord is played for is really going to be helpful. Writing it down is going to be really helpful, but also just listening to the original song. Now that I've given you all of the puzzle pieces, I'm just going to tell you now, at that point it goes back to the intro. It plays through the intro, through the verse, through the chorus, exactly the same, but at the end of it, it just repeats that last section one more time and then plays the intro again, and that is the whole song. Okay, so it's one of those things where it is actually fairly simple because the chords change in a little bit unusual places. There's sections of it that you might feel a little bit difficult, but if you play through the original tune and actually writing a chart out will be incredibly helpful if you can take the time to do that. Writing your own charts, I often feel like I can kind of view the chart in my mind if I'm trying to remember something. So I think there is an added benefit to actually writing a chart out for yourself as well. I'd love to give you the sheet music, but we're not allowed because of all of the copyright dramas. So last thing to talk really about is the rhythm. A really good kind of starting point rhythm would just be down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Just as a starting point. The thing is with this tune is that there's lots of different variations all of the way through, depending on what accents you're doing, if you're going to add any twiddle. So even though, you know, the bass, that would get you through the tune and it would sound great, you really want to try and feel it out a little bit beyond that. Start with that as a building point. And then again, playing along with the original recording and trying to suck in some of that vibe, I think will be a really, really helpful thing. So I'm going to do a full play along with the original recording now. I'll put my headphones on so you can't hear the original recording, of course. I really hope you've enjoyed this lesson. If you're over on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it. You hit that subscribe button. Remember, there are hundreds more free lessons over on the website, so click that link in the description. I can answer questions you've got about this song, and I'll also include links to other related lessons and that kind of stuff over on the the website page for this particular tune. So anyway, I will see you for plenty more very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye bye.